huge momentum. You mentioned that there's only 22 countries that have ratified this treaty that has been signed last year. But for me, it's just a question of days and weeks. Even there are some countries that are still holding back, like Nigeria, which is a very important economy. The momentum is here, and it's a game changer for Africa. I don't know how long will it take. I don't know what the next steps will be. But from the conversation that we've had, the change in mindset that we have seen in public officials, the change in mindset that we have also pushed towards business leaders that, you know, have been the first to be wanting this integrated Africa, but they have been kind of desperate of not seeing it happen. But within the last 12 months, you've seen a huge difference in mentality. And you mentioned the turnout. We have 1,800 participants here. What is important also is the quality. We have about 250 of the top companies attending to this forum. There's a huge interest for this new adventure.
Right. Amir, of course, we are definitely looking at the plan with the African Union there to move from the 10s where we're currently looking at for intra-African trade and boost it to 52%. But with the current standing, the infrastructure that is not readily available and the regulatory authorities, which of course we've seen are policies that are not as favoring for intra-African trade, what do you think needs to be given more focus at this particular moment to make this a reality? I want to get your thought.
For me, the trade issue is of course the first step, because it's a regulatory environment. I mean, you know what we've been doing this conference. All the material, the hardware that we brought from outside has been stuck for 10 days in Kenya. So we have measured really firsthand what are we facing when you have hardware also coming through various frontiers, Tanzania, Uganda. This is the first thing that has to go. And second, you have a lot of things that are being discussed, which is creating regional market for agriculture, for energy. There's going to be a new discussion on the state of the African financial industry, because you mentioned regulatory problems. You see that with the digital money, we already have a lot of regulators that are preventing digital money from growing. So, but the important thing is that now nobody can contest that we're going towards a single direction. So before the CFTA, you can have the problems that we have mentioned. It has been lasting for decades. But now it's going to be a new conversation. And I think media like CNBC will emphasize in their content and create content around integration and try to, each time you invite a public official, challenge him to tell him why is it not going so fast, what are the next steps, what is your country doing to make it faster. Because the reality is we have at least, 20 countries or more that have a population that are below 10 millions. These are small market for an industrial company. Why would Samsung come in West Africa to try to sell, to create a factory, to sell TV sets, to sell other things, if you have hurdles at every step of the door?
Right. Okay, you spoke about something very interesting there, the cryptos, right? And we understand that Africa is looking forward to setting up a single cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. How possible is this?
I was not really talking about crypto. I was talking about the digital money or digital currency, like Orange, like the telecom. There is
conversation to create a crypto.
Yeah, so that's true. But already we need to facilitate the life of telecom companies.
Right.
They have created Orange money with Orange. MTN has this thing. M-Pesa. Everybody has that. Right. But then last time I saw that in West Africa, the central bank of the region blocked all transfer between the international from being outside and West Africa with this money. So these are things that are crippling innovation and crippling the financial industry and crippling other industries. You are in the media, for example, we sell magazines. We need to have them We need to have our clients being able to pay easily.
Right.
And these are hurdles for the business. They need to go.
So basically what you're saying currently is the case of interoperability between
Yes.
Different telcos is stalling business across the continent. But maybe moving back to the Africa CEO Forum, of course, the biggest the announcement that we're yet to get more into is 1 billion worth of projects that are being discussed and the financement.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at on that front?
We have basically two kind of projects that are coming here. One for corporation. We have about 30 companies that have that are high potential companies that have already done a first stage of money raising, and they're coming here to find investor for tickets between 10 to 30 millions. So this is a first category of people coming with projects, but it's project financing for corporations, so it's equity. And we have about 6 or 7 countries that are coming here to present projects. And you have Zambia, we have Togo, we have Rwanda, of course. And these countries have different type of projects in mining, logistics, agribusiness, and some now are also coming with the tourism projects, which is very interesting for Africa because it's a new trend that we're seeing. And the tourism industry investments are very important because these are sectors that you cannot offshore. It creates added value in the country, it brings currency, and it hires people.
Right.
So this is a very interesting new mindset.
Any agreements that we should expect to be done today or tomorrow, concluded at the Africa CEO Forum?
You will see a lot of agreements to be announced in the next tomorrow.